going on? We're gonna go into week 3 picks for all of us right now. Man, you go catch up on the picks we got. So you got to catch up on 5 picks. So starting next week, we're gonna add like 2 games to your picks, so you
No
can match
problem.
up. We got the records there. So first game we got for week 3, we got the Texans versus the Vikings.
Ooh. Well,
Texans versus who home?
Ooh,
I gotta see the
I
screen.
ain't got it in front of me. Pick out. I don't know who's home. Y'all got anybody got anything in front of them they can look at and see? We gotta see Texans versus Vikings. I started off though. For we don't have no. I started off. So for Texans and Vikings, this is a tough game. As Nitty with the sound he made. Woo! That tells you all you gotta know with that game. That's a tough game to choose from the Texans and the Vikings. Shoot, I think I'm gonna go. I haven't been impressed with the Texans, if I'm being honest. I have not been impressed with them. Vikings coming off a big win against the Niners. I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna go Vikings. I'm gonna go Vikings to win this game against the Texans. I'll let you know who's home right now. The Vikings are home too. The Vikings are home, so I like my pick even more.
Man, that's a tough one. It's a pick 'em, but dang, it's tough. It's tough because the Vikings showed a lot against the 49ers, but also the 49ers were very banged up. The Texans, although they are 2-0, they haven't really won in convincing fashion. But I'm still looking for them. I'm still looking for them to be who they were last year. So I'm a go with the Texans reluctantly, but I do like what the Vikings are doing right now. So I'm gonna say probably a close game as well.
You said you
Maybe
picked the Texans?
yeah, I'm gonna pick the Texans in a close game.
Oh, get the right, and we need these records next week, baby. Let's get right. What you got, man?
I got the Texans.
Wayne said scores, my bad.
It's only so long fake thugs can pretend. The Vikings ain't gonna be able to hold up. No, I can't picture the Vikings going 3-0. No, Texans on the road.
Give me scores. Give me some scores. I forgot to say scores. Y'all throw a score out there for y'all.
I mean, just on the top of the head, I say 23-13 Texans.
What you got, Nitty?
I'm gonna say 23-20 Texans.
I got 26-20 Texans. I mean 26-20 Vikings. Excuse me. On to the next one. On the next, we got the Chargers versus the Steelers.
Oh, just on quick. You said you got the Vikings 23-20?
26-20. 26-20.
Oh, 26. The Vikings 26-20.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, I'll go back and say I apologize to Sam Darnold if they win that one.
Hey, we'll be right back on next week. We be right back recapping next week.
We're gonna be back.
Who you said?
Sir.
What's next game?
Next game we got the Chargers versus the Steelers, and who is home on that game? Steelers is home.
That's an easy one for me. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Chargers going to the East Coast. Both of these two teams are they're kind of very similar in the style that they want to play. Even though the Chargers have a better quarterback, I just think the Steelers, they have a much better defense. They have much better talent overall. I like the Steelers. I like the Steelers in this game. It's going to be a close one, but it's going to be an ugly game. Tomlin and Harbaugh, two tough, hard-nosed, smash mouth, kind of coaches. So it's going to be one of them ugly games, like one of those scores where it's like 18-15. Somebody gonna have a safety or something like that. But I'm gonna think T.J. Watt is gonna damage. Was gonna tee off on this rookie tackle Joe Alt. I listen. It might be close. It might be close, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this. So I got the Steelers 17-10.
Okay.
Man, you basically said everything I was gonna say. I think it's gonna be a close game, but it's gonna come down. And the difference is going to be they got T.J. Watt on one side, and the other side. I mean, they got Bosa, they got Mac, but I mean, they got T.J. Watt. I think Chargers end up with the ball late, and he gonna wreck some havoc, and it's gonna cost them to win the game. I mean, lose the game for the Chargers.
What you got score?
Score, I'll say 17-10.
17-10?
17-10 Steelers.
Okay. So I got with this game, like y'all both said, I think it's gonna be a close game for sure. I agree. When you got two teams that don't really have a prolific offense like that, and as of right now, two good defenses, because Chargers is actually number one in defense right now. I don't know if y'all know. I think it's a reason behind that why they have one of the best defense this year. I think it's because they're running the ball so much that the other team's not getting the ball as much. But with a game like this, I typically tend to go with the team that has the better quarterback. And that makes me go with the Chargers. I believe it's going to be tight, so you need someone to make a play toward late in the game. And I believe in Herbert more than I believe in Fields or Russ at this point of their careers. So for me, I'm loving what Dobbins is doing out there. I know Steelers defense is good, but I think Dobbins is on a mission. I think he's been cheated, unfortunately, by the gods from his amazing talent for his first few seasons in the league, because he was amazing every time he played, but he just didn't get to play long because he keeps getting injured. And right now, he's like, I'm going to give everything. I'm going to show y'all what I am. So I actually got this game being 21-16. I have Chargers scoring late to win 21-16. Moving right along to the next game.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. I got to push back on what you said, only because I got to play devil's advocate. You said, I know numbers don't lie, and they might be number one in defense, but I'm gonna say the reason why is because one of the weeks they played the Panthers.
For sure.
That was one of the weeks.
Listen, Panthers. That's gonna happen. But everybody in the Panthers play, so you know it's gonna be 15 more teams.
My boys got them in a couple weeks.
Number one. It's gonna be 15 more teams that got the luxury to move number one in defense. If they do what they need to do.
Well, hey, we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. We'll see how it shakes out.
All right, we go to the next game. We got some good games this week, man. We got the Eagles versus the Saints. The home team is the Saints in this game.
Now, listen, if we're gonna see if the Saints is for real, and we're gonna see if the Eagles, we're gonna see if the Eagles could execute and get that bad taste out of their mouth. The Eagles, to me, they look the same as they looked last year. Like they put themselves in a position to win, but they shoot themselves in the foot. There was no reason they should have lost that game last week. Late play calling, late blunders, drop passes and stuff like that. There's no reason they should have. Now, given the Falcons definitely played them tough, but there's no reason that the Eagles should have lost. The Saints, man, I want to say they got the number one offense in the league. They've been scoring like crazy. Kamara's running the ball. Carr spreading the ball around to Shaheed and Olave. So we gonna see. The Eagles, they have the horses. They got the names. They got a good defense. They got the names on offense. So we gonna see what's going on. I'm going to say the Eagles, but again, this is a prove it game for both teams. So week 3 is always like to me, especially when the NFL kicks off, is always the first 3 to 4 weeks where you really start to see teams show their identity. So it's gonna be interesting to see if the Saints can keep it rolling, and if the Eagles can bounce back after a tough loss. But I'm gonna go with the Eagles. 27-24.
Okay. What you got, man?
I'm gonna go with the Saints. Not because they just whooped my team last week, but I think the Eagles got no pass rush, and then the back secondary is bad. It's the reason why I see now they tried to trade Darius Slate to the Cowboys.
What you got score-wise?
I'm gonna go Saints 30-23.
30-23. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm right there with you, man. Like at the end of the day, the Eagles is like the NFC Texans to me right now. They went and got a super shiny new gift toy. They got Barkley. Texas went and got Diggs, but they don't look the same. They look the same. Or not even. Texas don't even look as good to me. And the Eagles look the same to me. They haven't showed me nothing. They had a tough game with the Packers, which is understandable, and they should have won this game, like you said last week. Granted, AJ Brown was not there. That's a huge piece missing. We don't even know if he's playing this week. Actually, I don't think it's been reported if he's
He was
playing
supposed
yet.
last week. They reported that he was going to miss 2 weeks. I'm counting last week as one. I'm counting him not playing. That's part of my decision to make that clear.
Yeah. Listen.
If you can't pass rush, Derek Carr just showed me what he could do, and Dallas got a pass rush.
Saints showed me something. I said like what as Diddy said. So this is a punchback at Nitty. They played the Panthers week 1. They went crazy. They came back and did it again against the Cowboys. They looking good, man. So they got to show me. They got to make me a non-believer at this point. I believe. I got the Saints. They scored 40 plus first 2 games. I ain't giving them 40 this week, but I'm gonna give them 31-27. Saints with the win.
All right.
We going right on to the next game. Unless y'all got something, we got another good game. We got the Falcons versus the Chiefs. Let me see who's home that game. Falcons versus Chiefs. We got Falcons is at home.
I'm gonna go to Chiefs. Listen, man, defending champions. The Chiefs now, the type of team that they are, they have shown that they could win going away. They could win ugly. They could win in the blowout. They just have. It's like, what can't they do now that they have a defense? They can win ugly. They can muddy the waters and still come out on top. It could be a close game. I think Pacheco might be out this week, but they have a young running back, Carson Steele. The dude runs hard. The Chiefs have a very good O-line. They have Patrick Mahomes is behind center. So I mean, I can't listen. I'm not going to go against that. I'm not going to go against the Chiefs until otherwise something happens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna buy you a Chiefs hat.
Huh?
I'm gonna get you a Chiefs hat.
Yeah, you gonna.
I'm gonna get it embroidered on the side. Say Mahomes.
You must like wasting money because you'll never see me wear that.
And on the other side is gonna say Swifty.
You never see me wear that ever.
What score you got, Diddy?
Score. I'm gonna say 28-23.
Okay.
28-23 Chiefs.
What you got?
I'm gonna say the Chiefs as well. Kirk Cousins is a guy that's like high and low. I just watched him have a high, so it's time for the low. And you tell me the Chiefs gonna have what's that boy? Xavier Worthy, who I might regret. I'm not starting in fantasy this week. Playing in that turf, in that dome, he might get loose, but I don't know. I might have to think about that fantasy lineup. But I'm gonna go. I'm struggling with it, but I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I ain't got it as close at all. Nothing. I got it right about 38. I'll say 38-10.
Dang! Whoa!
Shit. From your mouth to God's ear,
I think listen, Kelsey gonna get loose, and this is the game he do.
I hope so.
I was saying the same thing. You took my whole. But I was a little nervous, honestly, with this game. A couple things changed my mind. But what made me nervous is Pacheco being out. He's out for a while too. He's out for about possibly like 8 weeks supposedly. He's out for a while. So I was definitely concerned with that. And I like the Falcons a lot going into the season. And I think Cousins is going to be a great help to that team. In week 1, we didn't see it. Week 2, we've seen it late in the game. In the second half, we've seen what he can do with them. But one thing I do know about Kirk is not like pressure up the middle. Pause. And Chris Jones is a bad, you already know what. Chris Jones is going to wreak havoc. He's going to wreak havoc. I didn't like the Chiefs against the Bengals last week. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm really close to picking the Falcons, but I'm like, Chris Jones #1 is one reason why. One thing you said about Kelsey, I think this is going to be where Kelsey starts to step up now. And the third reason is, ain't no way Kirk winning back-to-back primetime games. They playing Sunday night. We know Kirk in primetime. I ain't taking him to it. Ain't no way. That man is the original Redskin. I know what that man do primetime. No way he ain't doing back-to-back. So I got the Chiefs winning this game.
It's time for the downs.
Yeah. I got a good game. I got to be in 28-24. 28-24 Chiefs winning. Next game we got the Cardinals versus the Lions. Another good one. The home team is the Cardinals.
I'm gonna go with man. I'm gonna go with the Lions. I think they had a bad outing last week. They lost to the team that they beat in the playoffs last year. And I think there's still a little if you notice, a lot of the good teams from last year are trying to get into rare form and to keep the ball rolling, but they haven't really found that magic that they had last year, i.e. the Lions, the Texans, teams like that. The Cardinals last week, they did show me something with Marvin Harrison went off. He went off, and Kyler, I don't know what was going on week 1, but I guess the message must have got through week 2 because they had that connection. But I think the Lions have a much better defense. They got much better weapons on offense, and I think coming out, they got a better coaching staff to me, and I think I forgot their coach's name, but I think he'll have them ready to play and ready to bounce back coming off of a loss. So I got the Lions. I got the Lions winning this game.
Dan Campbell, right?
Yeah, 26-17.
Okay. What you got, man?
I got a little bit closer. I got it 23-20. I'm going with the Lions. I picked the Lions to win that division. They can't lose an in-conference game to the Cardinals. And you said the Lions home, right?
No, Cardinals is home.
Oh, the Cardinals. Either way, I'm still going to take the Lions. 23-20 in a close game.
Okay.
I think Marvin done hit the radar. Now everybody got their eye on him, so he's going to draw that attention. And I think the Lions just basically got the pass rush that can try to bottle up Kyler, throw him off his game. Got to give a little shout out to James Conner too. He's been balling for the Cardinals, but
for sure.
Nah, they got to come back down to reality a little bit too. So I don't see them beating the Lions. I'm going 23-20 Lions.
Yeah, we all on the same wave with this one. I think the Lions bounce back on this game. I think they just stick to the script. Jared Goff got a little crazy last week, lost his mind, tried to do what he ain't built like. They go run that ball. Cardinals don't got enough defense to stop Montgomery, Gibbs, Williams, St. Brown. It's just too much. It's way too much. Where the Lions defense, that pass rush, like you said, is gonna bottle Kyler up a little bit. I think Kyler go ball out though. I think Kyler found his mojo. I think he go ball out, but I think overall it's gonna be too much. And I got the score being 28-18 Lions.
28-18. Okay.
Here we go. This is our personal mega matchups we got coming up next. We leading it off with the Ravens versus the Cowboys at Dallas. Go ahead, you lead this off, man. You lead this off.
So at Dallas, I got Dallas winning. Basically, I think Dallas is going to be able to control the football. I think they're going to do enough to stop the run enough. After last week, debacle coach film, they got everybody's attention now, so they're going to be paying attention to detail. I think Dallas wins a close game. I'll say score 28-25 Dallas.
Okay. What you got, Nitty?
I'm gonna take the Cowboys on this one as well. The Ravens are definitely a good team, but I seen firsthand some weaknesses that I think the Cowboys can exploit. Cowboys have a great pass rush, and listen, like I said, if you can get to Lamar on the early downs and you make him have to pass versus when he wants to pass, that's going to bode well for the Cowboys defense because he's not the most accurate. He's dynamic, but when he has to make the throw and he has to make a certain type of throw, he can't do it. So I think the Cowboys got some pass rush out there. They got some ball hawks out there. And again, this is the perfect bounce back spot for the Cowboys. Nothing against the Ravens. It's going to be tough to see them going 0-3, but I do have the Cowboys winning this game. I got it being 29-23.
Well, I'll say this. This is my favorite ever time to be a lone wolf. I don't mind on this for being a lone wolf. One thing I didn't hear mentioned is the Ravens defense. I love the Ravens defense. And one thing I will say about the Cowboys is as great as they play in the regular season is the Cowboys do not play well against physical defenses other than the Eagles in division. We know each other very well. The Cowboys, they score 40s.
Let me ask you a question. You like the Ravens secondary?
I don't love it, but I think it's good enough. I think they're physical enough. I think they hit hard enough to where it'll make you think. It don't have to be everybody. Lamb might say, screw it, I'm still do me. Well, all it takes is to take a couple people out to make them think, I don't know if I want to do this right here. Like, and that's what I see when y'all play against the Niners and stuff like that. I look like y'all buckle against them, like y'all against their physicality, and I see that happening because I don't like the Niners secondary neither. As good as their defense has been all these past 2 years, their secondary hasn't been nothing. It's been that front line and linebackers. You know what I mean? So the Ravens is very physical as well. I think one thing, even though we say you stop Lamar, you stop Henry, you still got to do it. That's not an easy task to do.
That's a tall glass of water.
That's a tall task to do. And after losing last week, knowing they got away from what they needed to get to do, I think they're gonna run. I got Lamar damn near touching 100 rushing, and Henry. I don't know what Henry gonna do, but I think Lamar is gonna go crazy running that ball. I mean, Dallas. It's gonna be a good game. It's two really good teams, in my opinion. It's two really good teams. I just think the deficiencies on the Dallas side is more than the deficiencies on the Ravens side. So I got this game being 28-24 Ravens.
Before we go to the next one, let me just lend some insight on the Ravens from what I noticed last week. Derrick Henry, I mean, they obviously brought him there to run the ball, right?
Right.
Henry is great out of an I formation because that's what he was used to doing in Tennessee. They ran a power scheme, so it was basically a lot of dives, a lot of power, a lot of counters. But the Ravens, their offense, Todd Monken, their offense coordinator, he runs a lot of shotgun. Right. And he runs a lot of runs out of shotgun. That's not Henry's forte. Henry likes to get that 5 to 7 yard deep running head start, and he runs downhill through the tackles. All that outside zone and all that, he's not really. I mean, he can do it, but that's not his game. And until they figure that out, they have to really like come to a happy median with how they want to use Henry. I still think they're trying to figure that out.
Now I actually think, and that's a fact. I heard that too. I heard that actually. What you just said about the formations. I personally believe that they're just being too is basic of what they're doing. So basically, I feel like when Hill gets in the game, typically it's a pass.
No, they know that. Yeah.
In the game, so I think the defenses know that. So they like before Henry got there was a running team. You bring Henry now, what defense is going to play heavy? The run. So I think they're playing to run heavy, even more heavy than they did before he got there when they was the number one rushing team for the past however many years. So I think the defenses are playing to run even more now. You got Derrick Henry and Lamar. Lamar, you got to pass this ball to beat me today. That's what you got to do. So they're playing it more heavier. So Lamar definitely has to make the defense a little more honest. The defense, no matter what, Lamar can throw for 350. The defense is not going to be 100% honest as long as you got Henry and Lamar back there. But you got to make him a little honest. So Lamar, it's up to Lamar to open that field up a little bit for Henry to get what he needs to get, in my opinion.
Got you.
I feel pretty confident in this, but we're gonna go start off with you, Nitty. We got the Raiders versus the Panthers in Las Vegas. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city.
All right, home opener. This is the home opener. We're coming off of a big win. We got to show up and show out for the fans. I know Bryce Young has been benched, so Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, is going to be starting. Now, historically, we are 0-4 against Andy Dalton. However, listen, man.
But they used to call him the Red Rocket.
The Red Rocket. I called him the Red Rifleman. My bad, the Red Rocket. Yeah, but we should win this game pretty convincingly. I think we found ourselves last week on what we need to do and how we need to play on offense. Um, we getting one of our rookie second round draft picks making his season debut on the line. Jackson Powers Johnson. He's a offensive guard. He played center for Oregon last year. Was the best center in the NCAA last year. He won the award. So that'll be an upgrade on our O line to help us with the running game. Um, I just think right now we cooking, and right now this is our home opener. The Panthers are reeling, and if we want to be the type of team that we need to be, we need to win the games that we are supposed to win. And this is one that's on the schedule. So I got us winning this game 31-13.
Mm.
And I got big games from Adams and Bowers, and I also got a big game from one of our running backs, Zamir White. I got him having a rushing touchdown. So hopefully it all bodes well for us, and that's my pick, Raiders.
Cool. What you got, man?
I got the same score for the Raiders as Nick, 31. What's the Panthers? I was they leaning towards 9, but I'm like, they might get a touchdown. Gardner Minshew might give my boy Horn one. So I'll say 31. I'll say 31-16 Raiders.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be close.
I'm in the same. I'm not saying I'm in a similar boat. I do think one thing I will say is when teams come off a big upset, they come in a little hot, riding high sometimes.
Mhm.
One thing I think is going to help that is having a coach like Antonio Pierce. He's been here. He's done that as a player.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He knows how to get them, let them know, like, listen, we just beat one of the supposed going into the season best teams, and now we're playing one of the worst teams. We got to stay at that same level that we went into the game, like we went against the Ravens with. So I do actually have y'all starting off a little slow, coming out a little feeling good, feeling a little cocky. I got the Panthers. We go win this game no matter what. But ultimately, with the defense, I love y'all defense. Like you said, I love it. The tenacity that y'all bring, I love it. It's like y'all got a motor. It's not the most physical defense, but it's one of the motor, like kind of like the Lions. Y'all got that. Y'all got what's my man name? What's y'all DE name?
Crosby, yeah,
And what's the Lions one name? Hutchinson.
Hutchinson. Yeah, they kind of similar.
They remind me of each other. Their motor is just like untapped. Like their motor is crazy. Like it's crazy. So I got y'all winning 24-9 this week against the Panthers. Like I said, the only why I'm not in the 30s is because I think y'all might start off a little slow, but 24-9, and it's gonna look easy though. On to the last game that we got for a pick. I'm gonna lead this off. Obviously, we got prime time, first prime time game.
Prime time game. Hold on, wait. Y'all got a prime time game?
We Monday night, baby. Let's go, man. We Monday
Oh,
night.
I'm going to bed early. So my boss, I'll be at work early on Tuesday.
Well, we got the Commanders at the Bengals. We at the Bengals. So listen, we got two things with that. We got the two Heisman winners from LSU playing against each other. You know what I mean? But one did win a national title during theirs, Mr. Burrow. He got a national title with his. I'm gonna be honest. The Bengals, they impressed me more week 2 than they did week 1. Their defense actually shocked me week 2 against the Chiefs. Their defense was pretty good. I haven't seen much from Chase, but he is going against the Commanders secondary, my secondary. I don't know what we gonna do because neighbors went crazy against us. So honestly, I'm at a halt with this game. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I'm at a halt because I'm not like, oh my God, the Bengals at all. But
right.
I feel like this might be a coming out game for Burrow and Chase.
Oh, who's home? Washington home?
No, Cincinnati home.
Oh man.
But on the other hand, I'm like,
you calculate the points.
I'm looking like we want to be on ESPN. We want Sports Center. We want First Take. We want them to talk about us. They're not gonna talk about us with beating the Giants. They expect us to lose to Tampa, man. But even though the Bengals 0-2, if we beat them Bengals on prime time Tuesday morning, they're gonna start saying, "Well, we gotta start looking at them a little bit. Maybe Jaden Daniels and them got something going." So I'm gonna go out on the limb. I don't think they're gonna stop our offense. I'm gonna be honest. When I say that might not add to a lot of points because we gonna move that ball. I don't think no defense other than maybe the Niners could stop us moving the ball. I didn't say scoring, but moving the ball. Because Jaden makes the right play and move with them legs and get to where he got to get to. I got the upset. Yes, I do got the upset. Commanders. Don't hurt me now, Commanders.
Yo, why that pit moved so fast? He couldn't wait to write that down. Let me get him on record.
28-24. Start watching my Commanders after this week. 28-24. Let's go.
Y'all win this game. I'll watch y'all.
That's
I'll
what
watch
I'm
y'all
talking.
play. I mean, I was going to say a little bit, but you want to go, Nitty? You want me to go?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I'm gonna watch this game. I'm gonna be front row and center watching this game.
Did he smile already? I don't like it.
Listen, no. Look. Listen, I like the confidence. But the Bengals are coming in, licking their wounds. They're 0-2. I think this is the perfect game for them to get on into the win column. T. Higgins supposed to be playing, coming back in this game. They're supposed to be having both of their weapons out there. So, hey,
I ain't know that much. T. Higgins back.
It ain't a fact.
Oh man, you know I got Chase on my fantasy team, so that helped me too.
Hey, yeah, T. Higgins is supposed to be coming back. So, listen, from what I watched these first 2 weeks of the Commanders, Dan Quinn has them playing very, 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 very feisty. They pay attention to detail. It's not like last year's team where shit goes wrong. My bad. Stuff goes wrong, and you know what I'm saying, the bottom falls out. Like they stay within task. If they make a bad play, they just come back, focus on the next one. So Dan Quinn has them playing very well. But I think for this game, the Bengals back against the wall, 0-2. They need this win. 0-3, that can probably take them out of, vying for the playoffs. A lot of teams can't come back from 0-3. So right now, this desperation mode for the Bengals. So I got the Bengals winning 26-17.
What you got, man?
I'm going with the Bengals. We're going to make that 2-1. I'm going with the Bengals. 38.
No. Oh.
Commanders. I'm going to get Commanders 20. 38-20.
38-20?
38-20. Yep. I'm going to tell you, I would give my boy Dan Quinn a little bit more credit because last time I seen a Dan Quinn defense go up against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Chase had like one catch. Burrow was sacked like 5 or 6 times, but that was Michael Parsons and Trayvon Diggs doing that work.
Yeah, that ain't happening over here.
But yeah, I'm gonna give you a good 20. Dang, I think it's gonna be ugly, especially now I know Higgins coming back. I think I get 20. 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. I mean, if you had struggle scoring in the red zone versus the Giants, the Bengals defense better than theirs, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yep. And I think your boy might have to press a little bit when they scoring on the other end.
All right. Well, we don't go. Listen,
I'm gonna tune in because I got to see what Daniel's really working with all the way through.
Okay. So
I'm gonna tune in. If it get ugly early, I might put a Tubi movie on the sign.
You rather watch a Tubi movie than the almighty NFL?
If it get ugly early, Tubi.
As of right now, I think, as Nitty said, I think I'm leading in the podcast picks. Obviously, Maine didn't get his in last week, so I'm only up a game on Nitty. But we go find out how we're looking at the next week after this week, and we go throw some more games on Maine so he can catch up with our records and see where we at. But